Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guest. A warm welcome to meeting number 242 of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. I am Toastmaster Prasang, your Sergeant at Arm for the today meeting. As Sergeant at Arm, it is my duty to highlight some key points. First, the meeting is blocked for the 2 hours, urging you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefits out of it. Second, your video should be on and your audio should be off. Unmute yourself only when you need to speak or call to speak. Regarding the topic of religion, politics, and sex, even though Toastmaster International does not put any restriction, at the Gaby Toastmaster Club, we request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful while speaking on this sensitive topic and abstain from creating any controversies. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Now, I would like to hand over this meeting to our today presiding officer, DTM Nancy Goel. Before I do so, I would like to introduce DTM Nancy Goel. Nancy Goel is a director and partner at Practive Consulting and Training LLP, a vibrant consulting and training service company which serves MSMEs, nonprofits, and corporates across India. She has more than 10 years of entrepreneurial experience and a strong expertise in business intelligence and data analytics. Nancy is the charter president of the Gaby and currently serving as the vice president education of the Gabbys. So let's welcome our today presiding officer, DDM Nancy Goel, with a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much, our Sergeant at Arms, Prasang Mani. Can we have a huge round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms here? That's more like it. We have very few people in the room today, but the energy is quite high. And that's what I expect from people online as well. Can I hear it from you? A quick and loud, good morning, Gabbys.
Good morning, Gabbys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I hear it more from our guests right now. So I acknowledge everyone's presence today in the meeting. I'll start with a quick introduction from our guests who are present online. And let's quickly hear it from who we have as guests in the meeting and where they are from. Can we have a quick introduction from DTM Rajarshi?
Thank you. Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. And thank you to Gabbys for having me today. I am Rajarshi Roy and I hail from Kolkata, West Bengal. Currently a member of SG Orators Toastmasters Club. And I've been attending your meetings in the past, so I can't say this is my first time, but I definitely look forward to this meeting because I know the level of Gabbys. I know each and every speaker is outstanding. So I know I'm in store for a wonderful meeting ahead. So thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, TTM Rajarshi. It's such a pleasure to have you here. SG Orators is a club that's close to my heart because that was a club in my area when I was the area director, have made a few bonds then, few relationships. So that's what we do at Toastmasters. We build relationships with not just people in our club, but across the world. So that's where SG Orators comes as the first club that I got in touch with as area director. Next we have is Jay, our guest Jay. A quick introduction, Jay.
Hello, my name is Jay. I am from Bangalore and I'm currently studying in BIT Vellore. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay, for joining us for the meeting. I hope you have a wonderful time ahead. Can I have it from Ravi Kumar? Our guest Ravi Kumar, a quick 30-second introduction from your side.
Hi, good morning. Myself is Ravi Kumar. I am Toastmaster, Satvik Toastmaster from Hyderabad. I am living in Tirupati. I am working for a company called Amara Raja Group in the HR field.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have people joining us from Vellore, Bhopal, and whatnot. Let's hear it from Ritu. Ritu, where are you joining us from? A quick 30-second introduction. Ritu Khandelwal. Can you handle spotlighting? Okay, I see Ritu is not there on camera, probably not around the screen as well. Can I hear it from Balaji? Balaji in Goel.
Hi everyone, this is Balaji. I'm a senior project manager at IT firm. So I'm from Pune. I'm looking for learning more from you guys. So I'm not Toastmaster, but I would love to join. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today, Balaji. And I welcome all the guests for joining us today. I look forward to a wonderful learning experience with all of you. You will get a chance to speak during table topic section, and that's where I look forward to hearing your speeches. I would like to make an announcement today that we have added 2 more members to the Gabbys. One of the members is sitting in front of us on screen, Prapurna. Welcome to the Gabbys family, Prapurna. Can we have an introduction from your side for all of us to know you better? A quick 30-second introduction, Prapurna.
Thank you, Nancy, for welcoming me. Hello everyone. I'm Prapurna. I'm staying in Gurgaon. Basically, I'm from Andhra Pradesh. I'm working here as a junior structural design engineer in Amberg Engineering Private India Limited. I mostly work on underground metro station design and tunnel design. So my motto of joining Toastmasters is to connect with more people and be able to communicate in every situation in a better possible manner. So, and I found this club will help me in that. So we have better speakers here. So I joined here. I'm also a part of another club in Gurgaon where I am serving as a VP membership there. Thank you, Nancy.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely. We welcome you to our club, Prapurna. Thank you so much for joining us. And like you said, it's a two-way learning. So as much as you are planning to learn from all of us, we are planning to learn from you as well. We have also added 1 more member. It's a reinstated member, Jitendra Rolania. He's working with the Airbus as a director there. And we welcome Jitendra back to the club. With this, drum rolls, please. I have a bigger announcement to make. With this, we have already bagged Smedley, the Global Membership Award, Smedley Award for both the clubs, the Gabbys Toastmasters Club as well as the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. It's not even 30 days of the month. We have already bagged the award, and this is a huge award where we have to add 5 members in the club during a particular period from 1st August to 30th September. And this is the 5th time in a row. For the Gabbys, it's 5th time. Yes, this is the 5th time in a row for the Gabbys Toastmasters Club and 3rd time in a row for the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. Since our inception, I think we are bagging this award, and probably for the members, it's not feeling like a big deal, but for the ExCom, it's still a lot of effort and it is a big deal. Can we have a huge round of applause for the ExCom here? All right, with this announcement, I move on to the next section of the PO address, where I invite you all to lighten the mood of the meeting. How do we lighten the mood? Can anyone tell me? Raise of hands.
Joke master.
Yes, we have a joke master, but no, we don't have a joke master today.
We will give the correct answer with correct.
Okay, that's nice idea. Someone who gave the right answer would be the one cracking the joke today. May I have a joke from you, Pushpak? One mic, please. Come. That's a different speech. Now it's a
Next time,
okay. Next time, Pakka, Pushpak is the joke master. As a VP Education, I got the joke master. Now, the point here is that anyone who's got a joke up their sleeve, my sleeves are all empty, as you can see. But if you have some tight sleeves and you have a joke up your sleeve, please come forward and raise your hand to crack a joke. Anyone? Online, offline? Oh, I see it from Prasang raising his hand. Prasang.
Okay, so thanks for this chance, but this is kind of based on real incident. So there was a meeting scheduled, and I was busy. I was not able to open the meeting. So the thing is, kind of somebody, like I called to somebody that please open the meeting. Like, I was supposed to call person A, but I called person B, and I was like calling the person and please open the meeting and let me in. I was not mentioning the meeting, but I was saying, please open and let me in. The person was saying, oh, no, there's no one on the door. There's no one on the door. Right? And I was telling all this. Later, I realized that I called this wrong person. So, and that was so embarrassing for me because, the person was standing on the door and was saying there's no one in. And he's asking me to let me in, right? So, that's the joke. Yeah, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for cracking up a joke. You know what happens with the joke master role here, that we try to explain a situation. Cracking a joke is really, really difficult. What Prasang is talking about, it's a situation I can relate to, and I feel, Prasang, are you recycling the joke here? Because I felt this situation happened with Renu, and I thought I'll crack the same joke that you have cracked. So this is not your joke, this is Renu's joke. That's one. Jokes are getting stolen. To give you guys more context, we had a meeting planned, and for this meeting, Renu is the VP Education of Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. She called Prasad instead of Prasang to open the meeting. And Prasad, on the other hand, he's sitting there working on it, trying to open the meeting. He doesn't have access, but he said, okay, I'm on it. Renu is under pressure and Prasad is under pressure. Prasad doesn't even know that he's not SA. He is not supposed to open the meeting. It is Prasang. So that is the joke that Prasang has stolen from Renu. So that's a joke on you, Prasang, today. Nevertheless, I have Prapurna raising her hand. Prapurna, over to you.
Okay, I'll tell a joke again. This is related to my name. So I'm from Andhra. I have a long name. I'll put it in shortcut AVLS Prapurna. So some people will pronounce that Prapurna Evlas. Some people will go into chemistry and say Prapurna propane, and some people I am from civil engineering background. They say prop and all. So, but the most interesting thing that I found is someone wrote my name as PRAPU instead of PRAPURNA. They wrote PRAPURANA. I told I'm not Purana, I'm very Naya.
Nice.
Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much, Prapurna, for making us laugh. And I must say, it's really difficult. Almost everyone laughed here. So thank you. I see it from Balaji raising his hand. Balaji, quick one from you.
Yep, I will try to make it quicker. So there was a competition going on. Judge was there, and there is one Italian guy and there is one Indian guy. So the competition is about using the three colors in minimum amount of words. So the color are green, yellow, and red. So Italian guy started like, I have my home, and at the back of my home there is greenery, and there is yellow flower, and I love to have the red wine while watching the sunset. So that's what he said. The Indian guy started. So he said, I couldn't understand. I cannot explain everything in English, but I will try. So he started. my phone ringing. So it's like green, 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 green. And then I picked up the phone and then said yellow. And then I talked a couple of sentences and then I said red. So in one sentence, he said green, 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 yellow, and red. So obviously, Indian guy won the competition, and that's the joke. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you will end up saying that Indian guy just said traffic light and it covered all green, yellow, red. But it was a different take from what I expected. So you caught me by surprise there. Thank you so much for cracking this light jokes in the beginning of the meeting. I hope the mood is lightened now for all of you. Now it's time to begin with our meeting. For all of you who are new to Toastmasters, just know that we come here, we practice public speaking, and public speaking is not just about coming here and delivering speeches. It's also about handling question answer. It's also about cracking jokes. It's also about handling difficult audience. It's also about preparing for an interview. We have got multiple projects in the curriculum that's provided by Toastmasters International. Once you are meeting anyone from Toastmasters, do ask about the projects which are relevant for your profile, because I strongly believe that you stay in Toastmasters if your professional goals are very well aligned with your personal goals and your learning goals. And that's where you feel that you're progressing. So with the same goals in their mind, we have our members taking up stage today, ensuring that they are running the show smoothly. To ensure that we have a smooth run of the show, we have got a Toastmaster of the Day. Our Toastmaster of the Day today is someone who, as we always say, needs no introduction, but he has got a hefty introduction. So I'll just start with what I remember. This person is a double distinguished Toastmaster. For all of you who don't know what is distinguished Toastmaster, that's the highest achievement within Toastmasters that you can achieve as a speaker and a leader, filling out quite a good criteria and then ensuring that you have met everything out there. So he has achieved double distinguished Toastmaster award, 11 Pathbreaker awards, which means he has completed the entire curriculum. That's why we see him as Toastmaster of the Day more often nowadays. Someone who's distributing sweets to all the people sitting in person is our Toastmaster of the Day today. A formal introduction: he has got 2 decades of experience with companies like JCPenney, Target, and HP as director and senior director, 5+ years of experience running multiple startups, and right now he's leading Practive an edutech startup. You just heard about Practive, which is about consulting, training, and events. My business partner, please put your hands together for DPM Sourav Dutta as our Toastmaster of the Day today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can we have a few good morning on the screen as well?
Good morning.
Online
Good
people.
morning.
Good morning.
The black screen. Thank you. Thank you. How many of you have heard about the vision board before this? Okay, Sanjana, Nancy, anyone online?
I heard about OEJA board as well.
Heard about the
OEJA board. Which
Okay.
boards?
Okay. And okay, I see Uma, Natraj. Okay, so people have heard about the vision board. So what is the vision board? What does the vision board do?
It helps you visualize what you want to achieve.
Okay. Yes, yes,
Like,
Sanjana.
you can.
Okay, okay. Uma madam, what is the vision board?
Yeah, you can write with different collage things, whatever you want to, like suppose you want to travel abroad. So put the pictures of that, and also suppose you want to become a DTM. So already visualize that you have become a DTM, stick all those pictures and keep it in a prominent place. And that I feel is called a vision board.
Okay. And who else raised his hand? I think, yeah, Nancy.
I heard the same definition of vision board that Sanjana mentioned. You put together pictures of something in front of you that you want to manifest for yourself.
Okay. Prapurna, like, you also raised your hand, I saw.
Yeah, vision board, in my perspective, it might not be in the picture form, whatever is feasible to you, either in the form of flow charts, either in the form of some writing or some in the pictures as well. In whichever form you can relate to that goal, and you can reiterate that in your mind. If you put it together on a board, it will be the vision board.
Lovely. So I think all of you are right. So which means that you have some understanding of the vision board. So what we are going to do is, Sravan will come back to you. We'll have a lot of interactions during the course of the meeting. So what we will do is, today we will make our own vision board. So before we make a vision board, let us first understand that why and how do vision boards work, or why do we think, why research says, it's something that feels like magic, feels like something that's not true. But the question is, why do vision boards work? Any reason why do you think vision boards work? People who already heard about vision board. Any one of you? Sravan, you raised your hand. So why do vision boards work? Why do people say vision boards work?
It's a kind of affirmation for what we want to achieve in a near future or in a set.
Understood, but why do they work? Why do you think they work? Why do people feel that they work?
A subconscious mind will start interacting with that affirmation, and then it will move in autopilot mode to achieve that affirmation or goal which we set.
Okay. DTM Umar Farooq.
Actually, I think vision board acts as a reminder for ourselves. Like, keep on every day when you see it, and you're consciously trying to, I don't forget it. It's in my like. I can control it, I can manage it, so I can always see it. So psychologically, I am kept on reminded of it. So I will be pushing towards it naturally.
Okay. So before explaining why vision boards work, let me ask you one very simple question. Any of you have bought a car recently? Any of you have bought a car, a bike? No? Okay, I see Deepa. Deepa, what did you buy, Deepa?
House, sir, building.
Sorry?
House, building.
Okay, no, I'm saying a car or a bike.
This is bigger than that, sir.
I know it is bigger than that, but it is about it's about something else. So anyone has bought a house or a car in the recent past, in the last 6 months? Anyone who plans to buy a car in the next 6 months? Okay, Nancy, what car do you want to buy?
I'm yet to figure out which one.
But do you have some options in mind?
Some options, yes.
What is the option that you have in mind?
Like, I'm looking for a hatchback. So I'm looking at all the companies for their.
But do you have one brand or one model in mind? Anything, one or two?
Yes,
like
I have.
All hatchbacks would be like hundreds. So,
so Tata Tiago is one.
Tata Tiago. Let's just stay with that. Tata Tiago. Have you noticed that ever since you have planned buying Tata Tiago, you are noticing more Tata Tiagos around you?
Yes.
When you go out on the road, you will suddenly feel more Tata Tiagos. It is not that magically, suddenly, more Tata Tiagos have started coming up. Is there a problem with the internet?
Yes, we lost the video.
Just that you are seeing more Tata Tiagos for a reason. And what is the reason? The reason is something that we call is a frequency bias. Right? It's a frequency bias. And what the vision board does is, it basically, though frequency bias is one of the cognitive biases, but it uses that bias to our advantage to make us do things. So research says that there are close to 11 million signals that our brain receives every day. right? For example, and I'm standing here, I'm looking at the fan, I'm looking at the wall, I'm looking at her, I'm looking at you. So all of these are 11 million signals. Now, each of these signals, if they start processing, then we will go crazy. So ultimately, at the end of the day, some 50 signals is what is processed fully in terms of the brain to absorb and retain, right? You cannot do more than that because you have a finite capacity. And for that, there is something called RAS, which is a reticular attention system, which basically pulls out those things from the signals that we are seeing, identifies and does a value tagging of those signals and says that these signals are more important than these signals. Like for you right now, Tata Tiago is a signal which is more important than a Maruti Suzuki or than a Mahindra or than a Mercedes or than a Honda. If you were planning to buy a Honda City, then Honda City would have a stronger RAS and a stronger value tagging than a Maruti, than something else, right? If you want to buy a red dress, or if you have recently bought a red dress, you will suddenly feel people around you, like almost everyone is wearing red, right? If you have been eyeing for a red dress. This happens a lot with pregnant women, right? Women who are expecting, they say this happens a lot. When they are expecting, then they see a lot of pregnant women around them. So RAS or value tagging is what basically is a scientific phenomena, which is what is used in the vision board. So we are going to create a vision board now and in several steps because we have the rest of the meeting to also conduct. So it's not a keynote session. So what we'll do is to start with, for now, I just want you to think of when I say the word future, this does not write future, F-U-T-U-R-E, future. What is that word that comes to your mind? When I say the word future, what is that word that comes to your mind? Online people, when I say future.
Possibilities.
Possibilities, okay. Something more concrete, something more touch and feel.
Business.
Business.
A new home.
AI. Okay, come on, more. It's very easy, right? When I say future, what do you tell me? Come on, rapid fire, right? So future.
Uncertainty.
Uncertainty, okay. What else? Can we think of more positive terms? Because see, it's again reticular system, system, value tag. So if you keep on putting more emphasis on negative words like uncertainty, doubtful, death, right? Then you will start value tagging those, which means you will see more of those things coming your way, right? So let's talk of some positive words here.
My newborn.
Newborn. Lovely.
Sexuality.
Great. Let's stop there. Now, when I say your future, right? When I say your future, then what comes to your mind? Give me a few words that come to your mind when I say your future.
Retirement.
Career.
Did we lose the internet? Okay.
DTM.
Career.
Sorry?
Career.
Career, okay. What else?
Retirement.
Promotion.
Retirement, promotion, okay. What else? Pushpak, when I say your future, what comes to your mind apart from Litti Chokha? Being a crorepati, okay. Sanjana? Traveling? Mita M.
DTM.
Sorry? Achievement?
DTM.
Becoming a CTO.
Getting a new home.
Award by Umanatras, Medley Distinguished Award for your club. Okay, when I'm saying your future means your future. Let's not bring in the club, let's not bring in the country, let's not bring in the family here. Just your future. Okay. Now, I think we are right now in 2035, 10 years down the line. And the magazine, any magazine, say Forbes or Times, wants to do a cover page edition on you. Think of a tagline that you would want them to use about you. For example, Nancy, the superwoman entrepreneur of the of 2035. The entrepreneur of the year of 2035. Prapurna, the tech wizard the world needs to know. Right? Something like that. So think of one title that you would like to see attached to yourself by a magazine if you are put on the front page, the cover page of a magazine like Forbes or Times or something like that. What's the title that comes to your mind? Think for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds at most and tell me the title that comes to your mind. Anyone who is ready with the title can dish it out. What is the title that comes to your mind in 2035? We are on the cover page of Times.
TEDx Speaker of the Year.
Who's that?
This is Sravan.
Sorry?
Sravan.
Okay, TEDx Speaker of the Year. Again, Uma ma'am, the Phoenix Award. This is for you or for your club?
For me.
For you, lovely. Okay. The winner of the Phoenix Award. Okay. CFO of? CFO of Levi's. Right? Meet the Chief Financial Officer of Levi's, Pushpak Mishra. Correct? So let us take only one from, sorry?
Top 100 entrepreneurs of the world. TTM Umar.
Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Okay. So we're going to take one. So we've got two speakers. Both of them gave one brilliant answer. We're going to take that, right? That is an example. So Sravan said, the TEDx Speaker of the Year, Sravan Kumar. And Pushpak said, the Chief Financial Officer of Levi's. Right? These are the two headlines. Now, what we need to do is this. And this is where we are going to now start working on the vision board. So we are going to keep it very simple in various ways. At the end, I will tell you what a complete vision board looks like, but let's do the exercise in a different way. So what so just by sitting here and telling himself that I will become the CFO of the year, he will not become the CFO of the year, right? So there is something that he needs to do. So what will we do? They have to do the act. So what is that? What are things that he needs to do, and what are certain things that he needs to learn? So, Pushpak, what will you learn today, which will help you become a CFO 10 years down the line? What will you learn today, which will help you become the CFO in 2035? Yes. We're learning commercial finance. Today only. Yes. You'll go back home and learn commercial finance. Are you sure? It will not be one day. Will you start learning? So you will start learning today, right? Probably coming on stage and giving a speech, that is also a part of your learning. Correct? Even for Sravan, what will you learn today? Giving a speech in public, right? That will make him the TEDx Speaker of the Year. What will you learn 3 months down the line, which will make you a CFO of the company? It will be more focused on the presentation and presentation skills. Presentation skills. You learn presentation skills. Sravan, what will you learn 1 year down the line to become the TEDx Speaker of the Year? In the next 1 year, what will you learn to become TEDx Speaker of the Year? Okay, so this is the question that we need to ask, and when we write it down. So at the end, what we will do is basically, so there are multiple quadrants that we take in a vision board. One is health, one is career, relationships, love, you can take right? So how so many blocks you want, you can take, but our focus today will be mostly on career and education. And we are going to focus more on that. So we have already started with looking at two things, act and learn.
There is some disturbance in the audience, they say, in the audio. Is this better?
Oh, yes, now it is better.
Yeah, is this better?
Yes.
Yeah. So there is act and learn. These are the two things that we are going to focus on today. On career, because there is a paucity of time, we can't cover the entire vision board. So we are only going to focus today on career and education. What do we need to act and learn, and how do we build a vision board for that? So that's our exercise today. So as we move on to the next part of the session, let me explain to you the structure of the Toastmaster meeting. In a Toastmaster meeting, we have got three sections. The first section is the prepared speech section, where people come and deliver a prepared speech. Interestingly, today, we have two prepared speakers who are delivering speeches from the same path, which is visionary communication. It was not actually planned that they are doing a visionary communications path speech on a day when the theme of the meeting is building a vision board. But it's kind of a coincidence. Probably it's nothing but manifestation again. So today we have got two speakers who are to come up. I'll be introducing them in some time. But before that, let me also tell you that the next section of the meeting will be about the impromptu speeches, where there will be a table topic master who will give out a few topics, and people participating in this meeting, in guests and members, they can take up a topic and deliver a 1 to 2 minutes impromptu speech. And the last section of the meeting is the evaluation section. And the evaluation section of the meeting is driven by a general evaluator. The general evaluator for today is Toastmaster Mita M Shah. She's an educator dedicated to early childhood development. She believes that strong foundations built early are the stepping stones to a brighter future. Please welcome a general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Mita M Shah. Thank you.
So thank you, our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster, Sourav Gupta, for such a wonderful introduction. So happy morning, distinguished Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters. Let's have an energy. Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Yes, from the online. Yes, all are awake. Oh. So fellow Toastmasters and guests, now I am Toastmaster Mita M Shah, your general evaluator for the today's meeting. The purpose of the general evaluator is to evaluate everything that makes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and does not happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look good examples of preparation, organizations, delivery, enthusiasm, and observation and performance of duties. So at the end of the meeting, I'll be giving my report. I already started my observation and noting down the events. So over to you, Toastmaster. Oh, sorry. Yes, yes. Let's welcome our timer for today's meeting. So timer is Toastmaster Abhinav. So Toastmaster Abhinav is a software engineer at Intuit with over 6 years of experience in the software industry. He completed his BTech in computer science from Krishna Institute of Engineering and Technology. He comes from Banda, a small town in Uttar Pradesh, which is known for its unique Sazar stones. So let me invite and let's give a round of applause to our timer, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Yeah, thank you, Mita, for introducing me. Yeah, good morning, everyone, fellow Toastmasters guests. As your timer today, I will keep track of each speaker as well as evaluator and table topics. I'll signal green whenever the speaker or table topics or evaluator has met a minimum time, a yellow when they need to start the conclusion, and a red when they must stop. So this would be my role today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So now let's welcome to our language evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Prasang Mani Mano. Prasang Mani enjoys playing badminton, challenging minds over chess, and staying fit at gym. Currently, he is focused on sharpening his public speaking skills, embracing every opportunities to learn and grow as a communicator. So let's welcome Toastmaster Prasang Mani. Over to you.
Okay, thanks, Toastmaster Mita M Shah. Hello everyone. I am playing the role of language evaluator today, and as language evaluator, it is my responsibility to focus on the good uses of the words and bad uses of the grammar also. And as a language evaluator, it is my also responsibility to introduce the word of the day. And today, the word of the day is jovial. The word of the day is jovial. Part of the speech, adjective. The meaning is cheerful, friendly, and full of high spirit. Example of the uses: our Toastmaster of the day set a jovial tone right from the start. Second, she always brings a jovial spirit to every meeting. And today I'm not feeling well, so I request everyone to please do less mistakes. So I have to do less work. Over to you.
Thank you so much for our language evaluator. Now let's welcome our listener for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sanjana Jaypee. Sanjana is pursuing law, and a few of her hobbies are sketching, painting, and reading. She also enjoys playing badminton and competing in marathon. So let me welcome Toastmaster Sanjana. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm the listener of today, and I will be listening closely to everything said during the meeting and will draft questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting.
Thank you, all the tag team, and let me invite our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you. Go on.
Thank you so much. So we are going to move on with the prepared speeches now. And our first speaker is Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra. Before I introduce Pushpak and the project details of Pushpak, may I confirm the evaluator's presence in the room? Upasana, are you there in the room?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. So let me now introduce Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra. Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra is a chartered accountant and a finance manager at Levi's with expertise in accounting, taxation, and reporting. Focused and disciplined, he demonstrates how clear goals and consistency leads to achievement. He is attempting the project Writing a Speech with Purpose, which is a level 1 project 2 from the path Visionary Communication. Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra, Life of a Bihari, from Litti Chokha to LinkedIn. Life of a Bihari, from Litti Chokha to LinkedIn. Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra.
Namaskar, Toastmaster and fellow guest. I am from Bihar, which means two things. People expect me either to be an IS officer or a politician. I am neither of that. So oftenly they ask me, "Bhai, kar kya rahe ho life mein? What you are doing in your life?" Why? Because 99% of Bihar youth, either they are a UPSC aspirant or a political karyakarta, you mean member. Don't think that I am from that 1%. I was also, once in a life, I was also a UPSC aspirant. Well, in Bihar, where Wi-Fi is not free, but giving gyan is totally free. You must have heard about that we Bihari are very good in general knowledge. Yes, we are, because sometime in a life we have attended UPSC exam. Well, today I'm here to prove myself that Bihari can also do something different to make you people laugh, that also without charging GST. There are so many stereotypes about Bihari, that we people always carry lathi, sticks, gamcha that you can see here, carrying katta, you mean gun, in a pocket, eat litti chokha all the time, and speak Bhojpuri. Yes, that's true to some extent. We Bihari have two superpowers. One is jugaad, second one is our confidence. When life gives us a lemon, we make it a nimbu pani and sell it at a profit. When coming to a confidence side, we never say no, whatever complicated things is. We always say, ha kar lenge. How you will we do it? That even we don't know. We need to figure it out. So that kind of confidence we have. Our childhood was very simple. We don't had any PlayStation. We play gulli danta. Coming to our food was litti chokha, and we always compare with pizza. Why? Because we consider litti chokha and pizza like brother sister. How? In pizza, we top up with cheese, and in litti chokha, we top up with ghee. Pizza and ghee both are brother sister of mother milk. Well, we Bihari always struggle with English. I remember first time when I came to Bangalore, people speak English very fast. One guy said, "Hey bro, what's up?" I was thinking, what he is asking? What is up? After thinking few seconds, I said, bro, fan is off, light is up, and if you go outside of the room, you can see sun is up, sky is up, so many things are up. I don't know what you are looking for. He's still in shock. See, we Bihari have a very good command in English grammar. But only one thing which is lacking, that we don't differentiate between I and we. We say, hum CA hai. Here it means we is CA. We literally we means I. It's up to you to decide whether I'm talking about 1 CA or 100 CA. When we Bihari go outside of Bihar, we love our homemade food so much that we prepare litti chokha in microwave, and we consider ourselves as a brand ambassador of Bihar. One guy told me, "Hey bro, where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Bihar." He said, "Oh, you are from Lalu Yadav area." I said, "No, bhai, I'm not from Lalu Yadav area. I'm from Aryavat area, who have invented zero, and without zero, your salary is having no meaning." So Bihari, whether you go to America, whether you go to Europe, whether you go on Mars, whether you go on Moon, you will find Bihari everywhere, because we Bihari consider universe as our family. Well, one thing I like about Bihari, their confidence and their never give up attitude. Even we don't know something, but we respond in such a good confidence. Sometimes Google will be in a shock that whether they got a confidence that this guy even don't know answer and how is he responding. So, dear Toastmaster and friends, when you next time when you meet a Bihari, don't think always about the Lalu Yadav politics and Litti Chokha. They have a good resilience, they have a good confidence, and they have a never give up attitude. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pushpak. And yes, Litti Chokha is fabulous. We had that last week. And that's when I realized that why people are so crazy about Litti Chokha. Okay, so we are going to now move on to the next speech, and the next speaker for today is Sravan. But before I call in Sravan, I will acknowledge the presence of our evaluator, second speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, who is present in the room. So let me now introduce our second speaker, Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. Sravan is an IT professional specializing in compliance and governance. He is a musician and yoga practitioner and a psychology enthusiast. He shows how varied interests can be harmonized into a purposeful vision. Toastmaster Sravan is attempting the project Develop Your Vision. This is the level 5 project from the Path Visionary Communication. Sravan, Develop Your Vision, this is project 1 or project 2? There are 2 projects in Develop Your Vision. This is the first project. Okay, so this is the first project of Develop Your Vision, where he will be outlining the vision. And there is a follow-up project that he will have to do in Develop Your Vision, where he will have to say how did he fulfill the vision or what challenges he faced in the fulfillment of the vision. So today he's going to talk about developing the vision. And let me now welcome Toastmaster Sravan on stage. Toastmaster Sravan Kumar V. A nation where energy flows from every corner. A nation where energy flows from every corner. Toastmaster Sravan Kumar V. Over to you, Sravan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sourav. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, a happy morning to all of you. I have a question for you. How do you measure the quality of a city? Is it based on its skyscrapers or architectural marvels, or on the other side, the width of the drainage canals, or the size of dumping yards, or number of celebrities live in that place? How do we measure that? I come up with a measure. The ancient scripture says, Dhanam Agnir, Dhanam Vayur, Dhanam Suryo, Dhanam Vashuhu, Dhanam Indro, Brihaspati, Varunam, Dhanam Ashmate. It means wealth is nothing but a pure air, a water. And how do we use the fire and keep the soil fertile, and thoughts of the citizens that reflect on that city? You can, based on these parameters, you can measure whether the city is good or not. How the citizens treat the water and fire and all these 5 elements, their thoughts will be in such a state. So this is the ancient mantra from Sri Suktam. So this gives a measure for us to measure how our cities and villages or towns, wherever you're living, is up to the mark. In a nutshell, the true measure of a city is not its skyline, but sustainability. Why Sravan is talking about this regarding the vision. So let me give you the scale of vision. There are different scales in vision also. Ant and elephant, take these 2 animals or creatures in this existence. Both of them have its own vision, right? Ant is a small, focused, short term. Elephant is a large, transformative, long term. Even lies in your hair also has a vision, but that is limited to your body, isn't it? A worm in your head, it has its own world limited to that head only, isn't it? So Now the point is we need elephant-sized thinking to solve the energy crisis across India or across the world. How long we depend on others like parasites. So we need some kind of solution. What is the current reality? Let us look into it. The lack of innovation. Most of the students, if you look at the coming out of the colleges, whoever studied in their education academics, they all try to channelize towards the software job. Though you are an electrical engineer or electronics engineer, you're a mechanical engineer, everybody is going towards the software job and they're doing coding and all. Why do you are studying for 4 years? Why are you spending a lot of effort to learn the subject and then you're doing the coding? And coming to that is the people problem. And then dependence on fossil fuels, importing tons and tons of coal from foreign countries, pollution in urban centers, increased dumping yards, insufficient centralized grids, rising energy demand, deforestation in the name of infrastructure development. So these are all the current realities across all the major cities in India. Then what is my vision? My vision is not for myself or not for the organization. I choose the entire country. I would like to look the India transform all the petrol pumps into renewable charging stations, convert refineries into renewable energy hubs, embrace decentralized energy generation at every household. This is what I would like to visualize at least from here to next 10 years or 15 years. How can we do that? How can we achieve that? What is the source of decentralized energy? I had come up. We already know that rooftop solar panels can produce electricity. From there we can pick. And also, I learned during my childhood, even pressure cooker can generate the electricity sufficient for a house, small house. And a water drainage canals also we can convert into turbines, and then using those turbines and all the drainage canals in the city, if we can think smartly, we can produce the electricity from that. I still remember during childhood, my cycle used to have a dynamo. Whenever the dynamo revolves, it creates a light for that cycle. So similarly, all the vehicles also we can generate electricity, whichever quantity it is, for the lighting or anything, we can think about it. And many other home-based innovations also. Even I used to read that fishes also produce electricity in the seashores. Waves of the sea also produce the electricity. There's a lot of sources where we can produce the electricity. My another vision is also energy for the people, by the people. That means we're not just producers, we are also contributors. We can produce the electricity and send it back to the grid and gain an account in the power grid like a banking system. Deposit energy whenever you generate from your household or your office premises, wherever it is. You open an account and generate all the electricity and send it to the grid and withdraw whenever you need. Withdraw in your filling stations or charging stations and everywhere, and track balance like a bank account. Every citizen will have an energy account. This is how I'm visualizing the future, not just only the currency or wealth means natural resources is also wealth. So in that way, I would like to see a banking system with a complete natural power-based banking system. So because of that, benefits is no blockouts, reduced dependency, local job creation, cleaner environment, citizens-owned energy. So call to action is let's think big like elephants. Let's make every home a power station. Let's transform India from energy dependent to energy abundant. That's my vision. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Sravan. So we are going to now go for a small break. But before we take a break, let us build a little bit on the vision board that we started creating. And I will take Prapurna as an example. Prapurna, would you want to work with me? Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, can you put her in the spotlight? Yeah, Prapurna. So what is your vision? You said like 2035. What is the headline that you wanted for you?
I want to grow in my career. I don't have any tagline now, but I want to grow in my career.
You want to grow in your career. Okay. But think, what is the tagline that you would want? Like, what career are you talking about here?
I'm from structural engineering profession. I need to progress as a senior design engineer.
You want to progress as a senior design engineer. So 2035, if you are having a tagline for you, what is the tagline that you would think of as a senior design engineer professional?
A design engineer profession with an knack of communication.
Okay. A designer who can connect.
Huh.
Right? Where would you want to see this tagline?
On my LinkedIn, or if I introduce myself to people.
Okay. You want to see this on your LinkedIn. Okay. You want to see this on your LinkedIn banner?
Yeah.
What will be there in the background of that banner?
Background.
What color will be the background?
Now I have kept the bridge here, Golden Gate Bridge.
Okay, let's say the
Something.
Golden Gate Bridge will be there in the background. What will you be wearing on that profile picture? What will be your dress?
Formals.
Blazer, suit, what will you be wearing?
Blazers, mostly green or pink.
Okay, let's decide green or pink.
Green.
Green. Will you be wearing specs or no specs?
No specs.
No specs. Will you be standing like this or this?
Second pose.
Okay, right profile. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the detailing that we need for a vision board. When you close your eyes, Pushpak just said, right? He wants to be the CFO of which company you want to be the CFO of, Pushpak?
Levi's.
No, his vision. Let him say.
I want to be a CFO of any.
Not any. A vision cannot be any. Any vision means no vision. Which company do you want to be the CFO of?
Tata Motors.
Tata Motors, right? Where do you want to be based out of? Come here.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be based out of? Which city?
Tata Motors is set up in Pune, so I will be.
Okay, you'll be based out of Pune.
Yes.
Okay. And when you are going to be put on the magazine as the CFO of the year of Tata Motors, what will you be wearing?
It will be a full jacket, suit.
Suit?
Yes.
Okay. Which color suit?
It will be blue.
Blue. Dark blue?
Dark.
Okay. What is the shirt that you'll be wearing inside?
White.
White shirt. Will you wear a tie?
Yes.
Okay. What is the color of the tie?
It will be a color of sesame color.
Sesame color. Okay. Good. Thank you. So this is what we do in a vision board. When Pushpak will go back home, when he's building a vision board, he will take a picture of a sesame color tie. He will take the picture of a blazer, which is dark blue in color. He will take the picture of a sky blue shirt or a white shirt. He will take a picture of the Pune city, right? And he puts all of this together on the vision board. And every day he wakes up looking at that vision board. Then what happens? We will know after the break. Let's take a small break. 5 minutes. We'll take a small break and come.
In progress.
So let us move on to the next section of the meeting, which is going to, we are going to start with the impromptu speech section. After the impromptu speech section, I will be taking over the next part of the discussion about the vision board before I hand over to the general evaluator. So this impromptu speech section is being led by the table topic master today. And before I introduce the table topic master, let me also tell you that in the Gabbys, we have an evaluation even for impromptu speakers, for which we also have a table topic evaluator. We have distinguished Toastmaster Rajarshi Roy as the table topic evaluator for today. And the table topic master who will be leading this session is Toastmaster Deepa Bhandari. Toastmaster Deepa Bhandari is a commerce graduate working with a French bank, is rediscovering her voice in public speaking. Her love for travel, food, and fitness reflects a curious spirit eager to explore new paths. Can we have Toastmaster Deepa on the spotlight, please? Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Deepa.
Thank you so much, DTM Sourav, sir, for that warm introduction. A very good morning to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests. Just imagine if you are starting, just imagine you to be in a place where you're starting your career and then it's your very first job. You have landed into getting into a dream job and you're doing so good in your job. You're very committed. You're a very hardworking person. And that hard work is paid by way of receiving a lot of appreciation from your clients, from your global heads, and also from your regional heads. Now imagine you're being called to a meeting where there are a lot of people in the meeting room, and suddenly the head is calling you to come on the stage and to share the experience of what you do on your work, how you execute your work, and also to share best practices with the entire audience. Such a great opportunity this is to make a positive impact, to share about the work that you do with so much of passion, the hard work that you put into that work, to share it with the entire group and to leave a positive, remarkable impact on that group so that people can remember you even after stepping out of the room. But all of this opportunity goes in vain, goes for a complete toss, only because you have the fear of public speaking. So my dear Toastmasters and guests, in Toastmasters, table topic session is dedicated for especially this sort of scenarios, which is called the impromptu scenario, where a topic would be given to you and you can talk about that topic, whatever comes to your mind, for about 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes. So this session is not only for the members, but also an opportunity for the guests also to take part. And I request and encourage all the members and the guests to kindly raise your hands to take part in this table topic and make the maximum use of this opportunity to self-evaluate yourself, to see where are you in terms of when it comes to public speaking, where are you in terms of your communication, and also where are you in terms of your confidence when it comes to public speaking. Especially if you are a person who is in corporate and want to climb up the ladder, you have to be always prepared for impromptu situations. So don't be feared here. Nobody is going to judge you. And I request you to make full use of this opportunity without having any sort of fear where you're thinking people are going to judge you. Not at all. This is a very safe space. Don't worry about thinking that you're going to fumble. It's absolutely fine, because the worst thing that may happen is you may fail. But the next time when you take the same opportunity, you're going to fail better. So with that, I want to wish you all the very best. And I want you to be brave hearts, to raise your hands and come forward to take up these topics. Who would like to go first? Okay, it is Prapurna. So Prapurna, something very similar to what DTM Sourav has asked you. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Prapurna, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. When you are constantly thinking about becoming something, you'll keep noticing things. For example, yesterday attended a conference where there is a panel discussion going on. There's a four member panel along a moderator. So everyone might be seeing what they might be talking about, but I, as a Toastmaster, also who wants to implement that in my real life. You don't know when the opportunity will be given to you at any point of time. So I really wanted to know how it is being conducted. I don't think so anyone will be that much keen in how the moderator has conducted that session. So I wanted to grow myself as a Toastmaster who can be able to who can make the things applicable in my professional and personal life. So I saw that thing, and then an opportunity came to me. A girl came, I was very keen into writing things there during the conference, and one girl came to me and asked, ma'am, can you give the feedback, can you give a 1 minute video? I was like, my Toastmaster skills are already applicable here. Then I gave a 1 minute video bite upon that. So all these things people might not be noticing, but I know how I am progressing. So in my vision board, when I'm looking about how what is my progress and where I need to reach, these are the things that are achievements that I'm uh, grateful for myself and the platform, so which might not be visible to anyone else. Thank you.
Wonderfully put it across, Prapurna. I think that's what exactly Toastmasters is all about. It consciously is making you get better each day, and we are not realizing, and we are working closely to achieving that invisible goal of ourselves. And I'm sure that someday down the line, we are going to realize that, and Toastmasters is one of the platform to make it come true. So who is the next person who would want to go next? Okay, Devarshi Roy. If there is anybody from the offline, do let me know from the offline meeting. So we'll go with Devarshi Roy. So Devarshi Roy, make your vision so clear that your fears become irrelevant. Make your vision so clear that your fears become irrelevant.
Sorry, I was speaking on mute. Please clear that. Fine. So fear is something which can happen with anybody for any course of time. Being vision in thought of the points which is going to help you out in long-term point of view, these fear do come up. As if I have to relate out the things, I never thought of being part of any leadership role earlier because I used to fear out that I won't be able to justify this role in a better way. When I started my career, I started with the very initial goals with the back-end point of view. But I used to think that in due course of time, in the longer run, I might be able to land up in any leadership role. But the fear is always there in my back of mind that I won't be able to justify that. But gradually, I'm not able to justify the profile which I was handling out. But because of time, it happened and I started getting a leadership role. Fear was always there, as Deepa has already mentioned, that you were able to get a role or you were able to get a point where you have to justify that profile. I've handled it out. I've handled a sales profile. I've handled out the manager's profile and the initial branch manager's profile, which I was never been to. And once the fear should be there, because if it's there in your mind, you will able to justify your role in a better way, being the leader or in the leadership of that. As of now, thank you.
Thank you, Devarshi. Definitely, I think because we are so worried about what is going to happen if at all we get out of our comfort zone. That's what grabs our fears most of the time. But we don't know what lies there if we get out of our comfort zone. And there are wonderful things that I've kind of heard about from people when they do try to do something which is very different to what they usually do. It has definitely paid them tremendously. So very well said. Who wants to go next? Anyone from offline meeting?
In person, we only have role takers, so we can have offline online guests first.
All right. Okay. So we have guest Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. Okay. How does your dream vision board look like? How does your dream vision board look like?
Thank you, fellow Toastmasters. Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. I have drawn myself a vision board, which I have continuously improvising over a period of time. When I was started my career at the age of 18 as a technician, my vision was something different. And after 20 years of time, again my vision has been changed. It is a continuous journey. I can't figure it out of one particular vision over a period of time because the world is changing at a very rapid scale and the technology is bringing up many things. The personal requirements, the global requirements, and the environment and the society where we live are getting changed. Are we trying to align ourselves to the changing environment as such? I am very proud to be on a note of a book, Who Moved My Cheese. When the Johnson written very well that what today you are being put on the desk and it is not going to be on tomorrow. So I have labeled myself at least transform 1,000 people's life. And I keep this as a static and all around on the vision, which is on the value system, which is a belief system which drives on a continuous basis, changing over a period of time. But my ultimate goal is transform 1,000 people, and I myself being at a silo there, and around 1,000 people on the signal of Wi-Fi. The four ingredients of the value system that I brought in, which is as called as values that are flourishing as a flowers on it. So I keep changing radically the values, but the vision seems static and keep growing on that. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, for the opportunity.
Wonderfully said, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. I think we should definitely all have the vision, but also with a lot of transformations that is happening outside in the world, we also have to keep ourselves being adaptable to the changing environment. Definitely can connect with you. Okay. Anyone else who wants to go next? I see it.
Toastmaster Deepa. Okay, yeah, we have already have hand.
Is it Jay Parekh?
Yes, Jay. We will go with Jay next.
So Jay Parekh, since you're a student, that's what I heard from your introduction. You're a student, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for you, the question is, vision without execution is delusion. Vision without execution is delusion.
Yeah, that's definitely right. Vision without execution is delusion. We have many visions. Sometimes I feel like I just go on a stage and suddenly become a very good singer. That doesn't, but I don't work towards it because that's just the end goal. I feel like when you work towards the goal, you should love the process of the working. Like I like machine learning, I like AIML, I like computer science, but I also enjoy the process of learning computer science. I enjoy the process of learning new things in computer science, learning new technologies. So if I am working towards my vision of doing something new in AI or getting even landing a job, I feel that you have to enjoy the process of learning. If you don't enjoy the process of learning, it will eventually tire you out.
Definitely. Thank you. Since you're a student, you are going to take away a lot of learning from everybody here. A lot of people are experienced and seasoned speakers and also working professionals. So you're at the right time and have started at the right time, Jay, because you started now. You're going to see a vast difference in your career later. All right, I know Toastmaster Ashwini has been asking for it. Very good. I'm very happy to see a lot of people are going for the table topics today. So I'm feeling very happy and proud about everybody. So Toastmaster Ashwini, for you, leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality.
Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Such a strong statement, isn't it? Being a leader, I think you have so many things that you already are blessed with. You know how to, you have the command over your team, but again, how we are again utilizing it. How are you motivating? Are you pressurizing? If you're motivating, you have a team who is a backbone of your vision. So yes, if you're commanding, the team is demotivated and they're working for you only because you're it's part of their work. Again, coming back to leadership uh, as a role where uh, you have the entire command over converting a vision into reality. How do you use it is on you. With that, I'll hand it over to you, Toastmaster Deepa.
Well said, Toastmaster Ashwini. Definitely, I think leadership is not only the leadership that we see from the top officials in corporate world, but also the leadership that happens in our entire in the household itself. How the mother, how the father, how the siblings, how the brother, every people in the house take leadership and accountability in getting things being translated into into reality of the vision that they would have started much earlier. So I'm definitely living one of my vision which I had dreamt about very long back, to have my own house, which I am living now. So with that, was this the last topic, or do we have one more topic that we can go for? Timer.
This is the last topic. Please,
Okay, all right. Okay, so with that, we come to the closure of table topics, and thank you so much for everybody to come forward and taking part in the table topics. With that, I would like to hand it over back to DTM Sourav sir.
Thank you so much. Can you put me on spotlight so that I can? Oh no, not on me on spotlight. Yeah, I'll just. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So we are going to move on. Before I hand over to the general evaluator, let us look at the final step in terms of how do we ensure that Pushpak is there on the cover page of that magazine as the CFO of Tata Motors, or how Prapurna is on the cover page of that magazine of being the designer who can connect, right? So that's what the steps are, because just putting it up there will not magically make things happen. There are certain things that we need to do. So the first thing that we need to make a note of once we do that is skills that you need to develop for being there where you want to be in terms of the magazine. And when we put the skills, the way we do is something that you will be doing in the next 2 years and something that you will be doing in the next 5 to 10 years. What are the skills that you need to learn? Now, one question that you can always ask is that in today's changing world, how do I define the skills? Because the skills are continuously changing, right? But today, for instance, there are certain skills which are not really going to be relevant after 5 years, after 10 years. Tally is a very good example. At one point of time, tally was something which was considered to be extremely important for you to succeed in accountancy. Today, there is no use of tally. No one uses tally, right? Because everything is now done by AI. Everything is now done by much more sophisticated and smarter ways. But having said that, there are some foundational skills that we still need. For instance, when you talk about being a CFO, accounts, mathematics, right? These are things that you would definitely need to know, right? Where you are on that, where you want to be going forward. I think that is something that you still have a visibility. So this is how we generally progress. At the end, I will share, when I come back, just before after the G section, I will share with you how I built my vision board, what are some of the things that I visualized, and how it turns out to be today. So that will be more like an anecdotal evidence of things that work or doesn't work. With this, let me hand over the stage to our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Mita M Shah. Over to you.
So now I like to invite our first speaker, evaluator, Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh. So Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh is going to evaluate the speaker one, Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra. So let me invite our first evaluator. And Toastmaster Upasana is a chirpy, happy-go-lucky bookworm who loves to eat, cook, travel, listen to music, and read about Indian mythology. She's been fortunate enough to visit 13 different countries and love exploring new cultures. Currently, she works as a senior technical writer for an MNC. So I hand over to our, let's welcome Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh for her evaluation. Let me give a round of applause. The stage is over.
Thank you so much. Pushpak, I'll start with what all good points you had in your entire speech. First and foremost, I really love the dressing sense. That instinctively attracted the audience. It gave a vision and it gave a clarity also. So your dress was top notch. Second, your opening statement was extremely catchy and immediately captured your attention. So you have not only physically captured the attention of the audience, but also with your speech, your first line, we were hooked up. The flow of the entire conversation, of the entire speech was extremely smooth, and the transition was very smooth. It was very easy to follow with all your anecdotes. There was not a single sentence or not a single time where I thought that the transition was missing. No, it was extremely seamless. Next, the healthy banter which you had added was very engaging, and I really especially appreciate the unique comparison what you have made of litti choka and pizza. I mean, nobody would have thought of this wildest comparison, but you have brought it on stage. So that really adds the creativity and freshness of yours. And that is the very quirkiness of your comparisons, because there are multiple of comparisons where you had bought it. Even sharing from your UPSC stories and the general knowledge comparison was very, I will not say unique, but it's common, but the way you have bought it is very unique. And sharing your personal experiences was extremely relatable. As an audience, I could actually think of some other Bihari friends whom I can relate to. So your story was very, very captivating. However, I would suggest a few area of improvements and which can enhance your speech in the later journey of yours. First, I felt that the title was too long. So if you could go for a shorter version, it would have created a mystery like Litti Choka to LinkedIn. That would have been more sharper. Second, I felt that since your title was via Bihari, Litti Choka to LinkedIn, I got the aspect of via Bihari. I got the aspect of Litti Choka. I did not get the aspect of LinkedIn. So maybe if you could have correlated your story to LinkedIn, I mean, towards your professional journey, that would have been better. Third, try to limit the usage of Hindi language. I understand there are few words or few phrases which needs to be delivered in Hindi. Yet, I would want you to refrain from that. And fourth, avoid the repetition of words like via Bihari, since you have established it in the very first few lines, to make sure that you are not repeating, because as an audience, I have already understood what you're trying to say. So it becomes more repetitive. But overall, this was an engaging, creative, and well-delivered speech with a few refinements, such as concise title and fewer Hindi terms. I'm sure this will elevate your speech to a higher level. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to your speech. Look forward to go for more. Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause for our speakers, evaluator, Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh. And yes, I agree with all the feedback given by our evaluator, because she has done all the job. My job is nothing to just say, because there is nothing to add for your feedback. And I hope speaker one, Pushpak Mishra, will take it in a positive way, and he will do the best way. Next speech, he will take it into a greater way. Next level. Now, I just invite our speaker number 2, Sravan Kumar's evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, to give her feedback. For introduction, already we have introduced our distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel as a presiding officer. So I just invite her.
Thank you. Toastmaster Sravan. They say that the more you try to run away from something, the more it follows you. That's true, and that actually you made it true for me today. How? I always try to run away from environmental studies. That's a subject I never attended any class of. And today you walked us through vision of a lease to energy crisis. All through your speech, I was trying to understand where energy is flowing from one section to the other section and what kind of vision we can have for a nation. So thank you so much for bringing a very different, very unique subject that we generally don't touch upon. Talking about the things that stood out in your speech as a speaker, I really love the fact where you said, why Sravan is talking about this. That's a self-talk in a speech, which means you are showcasing your confidence as a speaker. I really loved it. Next, you talked about many things in your speech, like you started with the hypophora. How do you measure quality of a city? You took a pause and then you shared the answer without even waiting for audience interaction. I was intrigued. What do you mean by quality of a city? I was just there, and then suddenly the answer came in a shloka. That was the air, water, fire, the quality of air, water, fire. That gives you the energy, the quality of the city. So putting it all together, whatever you have done here, you just made me intrigued as an audience. I really loved it. So these were a couple of things I loved in your speech, the way you started the speech, the way there was some sort of audience interaction, but more from mindset perspective, less from asking the question perspective, using of hypophora. And the third factor was the self-talk with a couple of questions on and off. Now, what is something that I can recommend you, in my humble opinion, for a speech like this? I was trying to look for a vision that you carry. Your vision, you said, it's energy for the people, by the people, is the vision. Now, suddenly got me thinking, how are you going to implement it? So the speech was about developing a vision that you can implement. I am still wondering, and I'm still trying to figure out how you're going to implement. Is there a way to implement, or is this just a vision that you are talking about maybe somewhere down the line after a couple of centuries? So make it a little more clearer for the audience. Second, it was a heavy subject which is not generally talked of. So many examples about the energy that you have taken. Those instead of making it clearer for me, it just showcased that you are the Shashi Tharoor of environmental studies. It just didn't make much sense. But what I learned from this, that, okay, you know what you are speaking. So as a layman, I also need to understand what you're communicating to me. That's what we expect from a speaker who's at level 5. So two things: ensure that the context that you are talking about is clearer in the layman terms. And second, when you are attempting a project like this, the vision should be clearer in a simpler form. So these are my recommendations for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Let's give a round of applause to our distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel as an evaluator. So that evaluation work already is done, but only my recommendation over my view is, just your speech was really good, but only thing is your background was not making you to see the hands. The hand movements was going beyond your thing, and it was not clearly visible. So if you are in a online, you can just avoid your background. Instead of anything, you just keep your plain background. You can see the hand gestures and your movements of things clearly. Otherwise, everything is already shared by our evaluator. So nothing more in that, adding anything. So now next, so a speaker and the evaluator is done. Now we'll start from the meeting time. So from my view of the thing, Sergeant at Arms. So the meeting started right .10. There was no one for waiting for anyone, and it was the right time. Our Sergeant at Arms has started the meeting, and it was a wonderful way he started. And the only one recommendation is that he could have given a little bit more energy so that everyone who all are just sitting can get energy that yes, now we have started the meeting, so they'll be alert. And just avoid just seeing and reading that, because now we are already a sergeant at arms from past 1 or 2 months. So nothing else. What such a wonderful job. Let's give a round of applause to a sergeant at arms, Prasang Manimano. Next comes our presiding joke master, presiding officer also. So presiding officer was our distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. She has done a wonderful job. Everything was covered. She interacted with the guests. She asked them to introduce themselves. Everything was covered. Only just one point of thing is like even we have a new member guest. So for them, you can add it as a history of Toastmaster a bit, so that your video goes every as a online, so everyone can have an idea like what Toastmaster is there. So it's a non-profit organization. You could have added, and the meeting number like 242. You could have added. That's all. Then next comes our Toastmaster of the day. For Toastmaster of Day, always it is a something unique way of giving the titles or the topics and theme for the meetings. So today it was a really wonderful topic which covered everything, like each and every member was engaged. And even for me, this was a very new topic, and which I learned today from our distinguished Toastmaster, Sourav Dutta, that this is really interesting. We knew it that yes, I am seeing and everywhere seeing, but we didn't know particular name for that, and what he showed us a vision for this. So that was a wonderful, and everyone was engaged, each and every member. Even I was listening very carefully to understand very nicely, and it was very simple way that there was no other thing that we will not understand the topic. So it was a wonderful kudos for that thing. Only just one thing, that he could use darker marker so that even the far people can see that whatever he's teaching or explaining the theme and all that, or otherwise nothing to take away from there. So let's give a round of applause to our TMOD, the Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Next is a role taker, a timer and all. So let me, table topic master. Yeah, first evaluator and then, okay. So now I'll invite our table topic evaluator. His intro is not. Can I have intro? I didn't have. Yeah. Okay, so now we have a table topic evaluator. Let me welcome our table topic evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Rajarshi Roy. So Rajarshi Roy has been a Toastmaster for over 7 years and earned his distinguished Toastmasters in 2023. A theatre enthusiast and avid traveler, he shows how diverse passions can be stitched together into a meaningful journey. So now I welcome our distinguished Toastmaster Rajarshi Roy for giving our table topic evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. And once again, good morning to everybody present here. Well, on a day like this, when we talk about the vision board and means and ways of how to achieve, or rather change, the vision into a reality, I actually envisioned at the beginning of the meeting that's going to be a wonderful meeting and everybody's going to be an exceptional speaker. And boy, what a great table topic session it was today. Before I get into the individual evaluation of all the table topic speakers for today, one common thing which I noticed for all speakers, and I'm going to start with that is that while this section is dedicated to impromptu speeches, one challenge that I would like to throw at all the table topic speakers is try to bring in a little more structure in your speeches that you deliver as part of table topics. And when I say structure, I mean, you obviously know there needs to be an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. And I want to dwell a little bit on the conclusion side of things. It's always good to have a small message right at the end, or a call to action to give to the audience. Even if I, as an audience, am listening to you for 2.5 minutes, there needs to be a takeaway for me. Otherwise, why am I even listening to you? Right? So this is a challenge. I know it's difficult to do when you're giving an impromptu speech, but try to have a message at the end, which I found mostly missing in most of the table topic speakers that we had today. All right. Now getting into the individual evaluations of the table topic speakers for today. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Prapurna, and your topic was vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. I really want to commend you, Toastmaster Prapurna, on that personal story that you delivered, because that personal story was extremely well aligned to the topic that was given to you. And I really could follow that what you saw in that conference that you attended, others may not be looking at it that way, and you saw it and how it helps you in your journey of life. And that was a very, very good personal story that you used, and I want to congratulate you for that. The only thing which I would tell you in terms of a recommendation, Prapurna, you're very new to the club. The only recommendation I have is when you started, you repeated the topic again, and you said, vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Now, please bear in mind, and this is not just for Prapurna, for everybody, you just have 2 to 2.5 minutes to speak. Do not repeat the topic unless and until you're paraphrasing it. Okay, you're just trying to repeat whatever was told to you. Don't do that, because that way you're just killing time. You could have got a little more time to speak a little more on the topic. So maybe the next time round, if you really want to repeat it, paraphrase it. Otherwise, don't repeat it. So that's the only recommendation I have for you. But well done. Can we have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Prapurna? Well, moving on to our next speaker for today, that was Toastmaster Deevarshi Roy. And your topic was make your vision so clear that your fears become irrelevant. I think what I want to commend you on, Deevarshi, is the fact that you literally turned the topic on its head. The topic, if you read again, make your vision so clear that your fears become irrelevant. What you said through your personal story was the fact that fears are necessary so as to shine in the role whichever you are in. Otherwise, you get to that stage of complacency, you get to that stage of being comfortable, and you do not grow. Your growth stops there. So you've literally turned the topic on its head. So I want to really appreciate you for doing that, because not very many people can do it, right? Congratulations for doing that. The only recommendation I have for you, Toastmaster Deevarshi, is when you started, okay, you said the moment the topic was told to you, you started as, okay, fine. And then you went. Please note that you have only probably 10 to 12 seconds to make that mark in the minds of the audience. You should start with a bang. And I always tell this, even when I deliver workshops, I tell people, your first thought may not be your best thought. We always have a tendency to jump into the topic. So take some time, maybe about 7, 8 seconds, 10 seconds to structure your thought in your head and then speak. Then you can avoid all those fillers and jargons where you said, okay, fine, and then started. You can avoid that. That's my only recommendation to you going forward. But all in all, great take on the topic. Congratulations to you, Deevarshi. Right, moving on to our third speaker for today. That was our guest, Ravi Kumar. Your topic was, how does your dream vision board look like? I think what I loved is that you immediately started with your personal story. And you said that with the rapid change of times, your vision also kept changing. The vision that you had probably 10 years ago is not what the vision you have now. And you also went on to talk about your ultimate goal of transforming about 1,000 people and bringing in the essence of value system. That is your ultimate goal. And you've also said that, but your values keep changing. I think overall, in terms of the content, it was very good. What you can work upon is that I wish you give examples of the values. What are these values that you're trying to bring in? Maybe a few examples of what are these values that you want to inculcate in these 1,000 people to transform them. That is something which I missed in your speech. But overall, a great take. Congratulations to you, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. The next table topic speaker was guest Jay, and your topic was vision without execution is delusion. It was a debatable topic. You could go for or against. And what I really loved, you immediately took a stand. You said, oh, obviously, vision without execution is definitely delusion. So you immediately took a stand. And as an audience, I immediately knew that you're speaking for the motion. That was brilliantly done. You went on to tell a personal story which actually justified the stand that you took, which I really, really loved. So overall, you've done a brilliant job. The only recommendation I have for you, guest Jay, is the fact, right towards the end, you somewhere mentioned that if you don't have a vision or if you don't add a vision to the process of learning, you get tired of. And my point is, you were not asked to talk about being tired of. You were asked to talk about delusion. I don't know how you relate getting tired of with delusion. So maybe you went a little astray from the topic towards the end of your speech. That is something which you can be a little mindful of towards the end. But all in all, a very good job done. Let's have a big round of applause for guest chair. And finally, our final speaker for today was Toastmaster Ashwini. And her topic was, leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. What I really loved about your speech was the fact you broke down the speech, or rather you split the speech into two parts. And you said, what is leadership to you and how leadership can help convert vision into reality. And you also talked about what is vision to you. So when you have a longer topic, it's a good practice to split it into two and talk about two aspects separately. That was very brilliantly done. You also, like Toastmaster Prapurna, started by repeating the topic. Please avoid repeating the topic unless and until you are paraphrasing it. And my only last recommendation for you is the next time, or not a recommendation, next time you challenge yourself to add a personal story, it makes your topic or your speech even more relatable to the audience. But overall, the way you handled the topic was very good. Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Ashwin. Well, with that, I complete my evaluation of all the table topic speakers. Now back to Madam General Evaluator. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to our table topic evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Rajarshi. What a wonderful evaluation you have done in just a short time, but you have explained each and every one how we can take it. So it was wonderful. So now I just call our timer for the tag team. So let's have a timer for their report. Like, how is your, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmasters Mani. Yeah, so I'll start with Pushpak as he was the first speaker. Pushpak took around 6 minutes 08 seconds. Sravan took around 7 minutes 33 seconds. It marks for a disqualification. Praparna took around 1 minute 48 seconds. Debarshi took around 1 minute 29 seconds. Ravi Kumar took around 1 minute 56 seconds. Jay took around only 51 second, and it marks for a disqualification. Ashwini also took around 53 seconds. It also marks for a disqualification. Now, starting with the evaluators, Upasana took around 3 minutes 35 seconds. I think it marks for a disqualification. Nancy also took around 3 minutes 31 seconds. The last one, yeah, the last one, Rajarshi Roy took around 8 minutes 37 seconds. Yeah, over to you.
Okay. Thank you for your report. You can share your report on the chat box so that every member can have a look of that.
Sure.
Okay. And now I'll just invite a language evaluator. Just say over to you, Toastmaster Prasang Mani.
Yeah, thanks, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Mita M Shah. Did anyone use the word of the day? I was not able to capture. Did anyone? I don't think so, in my opinion. Okay, anyway, coming to the pronunciation, I think somebody said like Sourav Gupta. Is it? I mean, because I saw that like, somebody said Sourav Gupta instead of Sourav Dutta, and also it's not Banda, like it's Bada from UP. Bada. Okay, and coming to the good uses of the word, it's expertise, stereotypes, trainees, warm, deforestation, renewable, decentralized, animal, seesaws, abundant, and also remarkable, fumble, and actually mumble. Mumble was like kind of very new to me. I thought like it's something of bad use, but then I saw there's a word mumble also, and gradually. And there was one good use is like vision without execution is delusion. That's I liked, and that's my report. Over to you.
Thank you for such a wonderful your grammarian report. Now let's call our listener.
Okay, the first speaker, Toastmaster Pushpak, was an aspirant of which exam?
Yes.
No,
CA?
Mita M Nancy give the right answer, so it's UPSC. And what was the theme of the speech given by the second speaker?
A nation where energy flows from every corner.
That's right. But mainly, what did he talk about? There are a few things he spoke about as well. No, he spoke about a lot of things in his speech. Does anybody know?
Renewable energy, deforestation.
Right, that's right. The table topic evaluator, she had a vision which she's fulfilled at the moment.
Master.
House.
Master.
Table topic master. She had a vision and she spoke about it after giving the speeches. Yeah, right. Okay.
PO. Presiding officer.
Toastmaster Pushpak, in his speech, he mentioned that Biharis have 2 superpowers. What was those 2 superpowers he mentioned about?
Jugaad and confidence.
That's right. I'll hand it back to the general evaluator. All the everybody who answered are answered correctly, and they're all good listeners in today's meeting. Thank you.
So thank you, Toastmaster Sanjana, for your listener. And thank you all the members who are very good listener, but here almost answer was given by our in-person and distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. So now only just, we have just tag roll this one, feedback. So even timer, I just one thing I wanted to say that when you are explaining your role, you could have showed the cards, green card, yellow and red, so that even the in-person person will understand where the timer is sitting and which card they are showing. And even the background you could have kept blue color so that we would have able to understand where the timer is sitting, so that it is understood timer is at the blue color is always meant for, because it's an online meeting. And then all the role takers has done wonderful job, and it was a, let's give a round of applause to our background work who has done all this. That is our executive committee, as well as our VP education and all. They have done all the roles, and everything was on time, everything was given properly. Even here also the sheets and everything was provided, that logistics was properly arranged, everything. So let's give a round of applause for all the role takers as well as the VP team in overall. And thank you. I'll give my this one for the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So with this, we are almost at the end of the meeting. I will not take much time. I will just share what happens when we have a vision, what we don't have a vision. In 2020, we started the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, and we had no vision. We had absolutely zero vision. So the first 3 months, from September 2020 to December 2020, things really went helter-skelter. Our meetings were pathetic. We started off with losing our president, the first charter president, because there was a lack of vision, lack of clarity, lack of purpose, and things really went south. He left the club even before the club had its first meeting. And then it was taken over by DTM Nancy as the charter president. After that, we had the VP membership left the club. Then we had the VPPR leaving the club. We had a lot of conflict, lot of tips internally, externally, and things were not going anywhere. Our meetings were very bad. I remember there was someone who came to a meeting. He was a very senior gentleman, and he was very upset. He messaged me later saying that, don't call us for such meetings and waste our time. This is very unacceptable. I knew him. He was a very senior professional. He literally scolded me for calling him into that meeting, because the theme of the meeting was Pirates of Caribbean. And we had all come dressed as pirates, and some funny things we did and all that. And he found it very ridiculous. He used exactly those words, saying that don't call me for such nonsense. Whatever you guys were doing, that was not even funny. And he was true, because we had the grammarian fighting with the speaker in the meeting. All kind of nonsense used to happen. Then what happened is, Aparna, who was one of our members, she went for the contest, and one thing led to the other. And we realized that we need to be more invested, and we need to have a better vision. At that point of time, Nancy and I and Netra, we three were basically leading the club along with a few other officers. So we had a discussion and we had a vision. The first vision that we had is that this year we will become a distinguished club, the earliest the better. Second vision that we had is that we will ensure that we have contestants at least winning up to the the area level, beyond the club level, and then at least go up to the area level. And that vision we have kept on building over the last few years. We have developed a vision that we will serve. How many district offices will we have? Who amongst us will be the area directors? How many area directors? How many division directors? Till what level we will support? So all of these things we had very clearly charted out. If you see our club success plan, it went to the extent of saying by which month who will become the club president, what is the succession plan. And that is what has brought us here today. In the last 5 years, Nancy was saying that this year is the third year that the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club has got the Smedley Award. We have also got the other 2 awards last year, which means that we have been a super club for the last 5 years. We have been a President's Distinguished Club for the last 5 years. And the Gabbys has produced a district level contestant every single year from the time the club has come into charter. So we have been division champions every single year, at least in one contest. So this consistency is possible only when you have got a vision. And there is someone who had that vision, which is the club leadership, and that is what has taken the club forward. So that is the intent of doing this meeting, that if you have a vision, if you know what you want to do, where you want to go, then definitely it's doable. Thank you, and back to you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Thank you so very much, our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Can we have a huge round of applause for the entire team who took up the stage today, ensured that this meeting happened so smoothly, starting with our Sergeant at Arms, starting the meeting on time, till the Toastmaster of the day handing over the stage to presiding officer. Thank you so much. It's only because of each one of you, these meetings are possible week on week. This is the 243rd meeting. But somebody mentioned it wrong. It's not 242, 243 number meeting, which means we are running these meetings week on week, every week from the last 5 years. Gabbys has been one of the clubs who has never cancelled any meeting because we have a reason to cancel. We have always conducted our meetings when everyone is celebrating New Year in their hometown and they are not there. We are still sitting online and the entire world comes to our meeting because we are the only club who's conducting meeting. Whether it's a Diwali or an Independence Day, you will see us conducting our meeting. So when we say 243 meetings, yes, we have conducted it regularly without fail. That's the Gabbys for you. Now with this, I'll just hear it from our guests. How was the feedback from their end? In the meanwhile, please don't forget to cast your votes on the polling link. The link has been shared in the WhatsApp chat as well as on the Zoom chat for all of you. Can I hear it from the guests? Quickly, 30-second feedback or anything that you would like to share about the meeting. How was your experience? Can I hear it from our guest, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar? I see him unmuted.
Yeah. I think it's a very energetic meeting that I can experience as such. It was brilliantly drafted, the content and the overall structure of the meeting, and the kind of table topics that were picked up relatively to the Toastmaster. I mean, the team for the today's topic, and encouraging the team members to participate. I think it was brilliant. I like the way it has been given an evaluation in terms of the table topic. It was brilliantly been put. I think many of the Toastmasters meetings, I don't think so. This particular section is being part of the very few Toastmasters clubs are following this modus of evaluation. I think overall I felt very happy and I wanted to be joined, maybe taking up some kind of role in future if possible as such. But otherwise, so it was overall very good and very happy that part of this kind of the topics that you have. And the speakers especially, though they are in different parts, I think it was also very good, very innovative way that they have delivered. My congratulations to all the speakers and as such. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much for your feedback. These are the words that keep us going. May I hear it from our table topic evaluator, DTM, Rajarshi Roy.
Well, I had a manifestation at the beginning of the meeting that it's going to be an amazing meeting, and I'm glad that it didn't. I wasn't proved wrong. So thank you very much once again for gifting me such a wonderful Saturday morning. I think I couldn't have asked for a better morning on a Saturday. But yeah, really, I mean, I've had the privilege of meeting Nancy and Sourav in person, and I already knew what great speakers you all are. But after coming to the club and after witnessing everybody delivering their speeches to the role players, everybody was so meticulous in what they did. So I wish to come back to the club as often as I can and steal a little bit of your good practices. And if I can practice that in my club, I would have achieved a lot. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Rajarshi. I must say the privilege is mine to have you here. I'm seeing you in action for the second time. First, I saw you in action at district contest. So thank you so much for joining us for the meeting today. I was expecting you in person to have Koreshwatar Kochori with us, but that's your loss. Never mind. Next, we have Ritu Khandelwal. Are you there, Ritu? Would you like to share your thoughts? Anything? Okay, I'll move on to Gunjan Agarwal. I see you joining somewhere in the middle of the meeting. Would you like to share your thoughts? Any feedback?
Yeah, well, I just saw that invitation regarding we have a session today. How I couldn't join in middle. I love to join the Gabbys, whether it's offline or online. I love to come. Thank you for conducting this regular meeting for everyone. It takes a huge effort. I know because I'm a president of my club. It takes a lot of effort to fill up all the roles and be consistent, be focused to that. Thank you so much. And the last word, I listened about history about the Gabbys. I really inspired because same story is something related to me. I just quickly connected. Thank you so much, TTM Nancy, um, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, for all these inspiring stories for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, we missed you here in our meeting today. It was lovely meeting you in the past week. Can I hear it from Tabitha? Tabitha from Open Text. Okay, I believe she's not around. Last but not the least, Jay Parekh. Still on camera, still smiling. Your feedback.
It was a very amazing meeting. The speakers were amazing. And I like the table topic evaluation. Although I don't have much experience on this, but still, it was a very good meeting. Thank you for having me. I would love to join Gabbys and yeah.
Thank you so much, Jay, for joining us today. We look forward to having you in our upcoming meetings as well. With this, I have got the poll results in front of me, and the poll results are something really interesting. You see a lot of pie charts here. Oh, I'll not show you. Don't even think that I'll show you just like that. Okay, so we had two speakers in today's meeting, out of which one of the speaker was disqualified on the basis of time automatically, which means that our first speaker, Toastmaster Pushpak Mishra, is the best speaker for today's meeting. That's a little long. Thank you so much, and congratulations once again. Next, for the evaluators, there were two evaluators who did phenomenally well in getting disqualified on the basis of time. So no evaluators are qualifying on the basis of time, which means no polls and no congratulations. Thanks to Upasana and myself. Next, we have four major role takers. Out of these four major role takers, we had Toastmaster of the Day, Sourav Dutta, our general evaluator, Mita M Shah, Toastmaster Deepa Bhandari as table topic master, and DTM Rajarshi Roy as our table topic evaluator. And oh my God, what results we have here in the pie chart. We have got a tie in this between the two district evaluation participants. Toastmasters DTM Sourav Dutta and DTM Rajarshi Roy, both distinguished Toastmasters, both Bengalis. Congratulations. There's no one to click our picture. Thank you.
Rajarshi, I got the kochuri for you. You did not come.
You can Dunzo it, can't you? I'll give you my address.
The onus of Dunzo is on him. Wow. Okay, enjoy your kochori. Thank you so much, and congratulations to both of you. Next, we had polls for best auxiliary role taker. We had 4 role takers. Out of these 4 role takers, I must say the timer for today is someone who is a very new member to our club, and he has just picked up his first role as timer, who has done a phenomenal job in keeping the time, not just in milliseconds. I think microseconds is what he has mentioned in the timing report. Kudos to you for noting down the time to that extent. Okay, so timer, we had Prasang Manav, listener we had Sanjana Jaypee, and Joke Master was open. People voted for open Joke Master. Please let me know who's the one voting for that. With this, the best role taker for today's meeting goes to auxiliary role taker, goes to Toastmaster Prasang Mani Manav, our language. Okay, moving on to last but not least, table topic speaker. We had 5 table topic speakers, out of which 2 got disqualified on the basis of time. We are left with 3 speakers. 3 speakers were Prapurna, Devarshi and Ravi Kumar. Out of all these 3 speakers, the best table topic speaker goes to our newest member of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, Prapurna, Toastmaster Prapurna, which is not, it's not Purana, it's Prapurna. That's how I remember it. Congratulations, Prapurna.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. With this, I close meeting number 243 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. For the ones in the room, please stay back for Kachori. We have a Bengali dish. And the ones who are meeting us online, know that you are missing out on something.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.